Welcome, please hit the subscribe button. Have you ever wondered if that quiet person in the corner who seems lost in their own world might actually be a genius? Welcome back to our channel, please hit the subscription button if you like our content. Today we're diving into 5 bizarre habits that psychological research suggests could indicate someone has an extremely high IQ. And trust me, some of these will completely change how you view intelligence. Let's start with something that might make you think twice about judging someone. Picture this. You walk past someone who's having a full conversation with absolutely no one around them. Your first instinct might be concern, but here's what science tells us. People with exceptionally high intelligence often talk to themselves because their minds operate at lightning speed. Their thoughts move faster than their ability to process them internally, so speaking aloud becomes a necessity, not a choice. It's like having a supercomputer that needs external cooling systems to prevent overheating. When brilliant minds verbalize their thought processes, they're essentially creating an external organizational system for the mental chaos happening inside their heads. The second habit might surprise you even more. These individuals spend significant amounts of time just staring into space. Not because they're zoning out, but because they're running complex mental simulations. While it looks like they're doing nothing, their brains are actually conducting elaborate experiments, testing hypotheses, and exploring scenarios that haven't even happened yet. They're living in multiple realities simultaneously, calculating outcomes and possibilities that most of us would never consider. This intense mental activity explains why they often pause before responding to questions. It's not hesitation or confusion, it's their brains sorting through dozens of potential responses to find the most accurate and complete answer. Here's where things get really interesting. Highly intelligent people have an almost supernatural ability to detect patterns that others miss entirely. They can observe human behavior for mere moments and identify underlying motivations, insecurities, or intentions that would take others months to recognize. This pattern recognition extends beyond human behavior into every aspect of life. They see connections between seemingly unrelated events, spot trends before they become obvious, and can predict outcomes with uncanny accuracy. However, this gift comes with a price. Which brings us to the fourth habit that often confuses people around them. Because they process so much information and see patterns everywhere, social situations become overwhelming. They don't avoid parties and gatherings because they're antisocial, they avoid them because their brains can't turn off the analysis mode. Every conversation becomes a complex puzzle to decode, every interaction requires processing multiple layers of meaning, and small talk feels like torture because it lacks the intellectual depth their minds crave. Their alone time isn't isolation, it's intellectual sanctuary where their thoughts can flow freely without constant interruption. The fifth and perhaps most misunderstood habit is their relationship with sleep and productivity. While most people follow conventional schedules, highly intelligent individuals often become night owls by necessity, not preference. The quiet hours between midnight and dawn provide the mental space they need for their most complex thinking. When the world finally stops demanding their attention, their minds can engage in the deep, uninterrupted thought processes that fuel their intellectual abilities. 3 in the morning becomes their most creative and productive time because that's when external noise finally stops competing with their internal voice. But here's what's fascinating about all these habits. They're not choices these individuals make to appear different or mysterious. They're adaptations their brains have developed to function optimally in a world that often moves too slowly for their processing speed. When someone with exceptional intelligence seems disconnected or withdrawn, they're not being rude or antisocial. They're managing cognitive resources that operate at a completely different level than average. Understanding these habits can change how we interact with the highly intelligent people who talks to themselves isn't strange, they're problem-solving. That friend who stares off into space isn't ignoring you, they're processing. That person who avoids social events isn't unfriendly, they're protecting their mental energy for tasks that truly challenge their capabilities. The next time you encounter someone displaying these behaviors, consider that you might be witnessing exceptional intelligence in action. These aren't quirks or oddities to be corrected, they're the natural expressions of minds that operate far beyond conventional parameters. Intelligence isn't just about test scores or academic achievements, it's about how the brain adapts to handle complexity that would overwhelm most people. What's your experience with these habits? Have you noticed them in yourself or others? The relationship between intelligence and behavior is far more complex than most people realize, and recognizing these patterns can help us better understand and appreciate the brilliant minds around us.